How's it going, guys? This is Techfez. I'm John117,
And I'm Jordan.
and today we start off a bit differently because we've got a new person here, which is named Andrew, as we like to call him.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello,
How,
thank you, John.
how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty well. I'm a bit nervous first
Bit nervous,
time.
yeah.
So
Well, that's
enjoying
what,
the
that's
Super
what it's
Bowl?
like for a new recruit.
I
Anyone
did.
who's doing it for the first time, you do feel a bit nervous,
Yeah.
but, you know, we will welcome you esteemingly.
Well, as an introduction, we thought let's get him something to prove that he can able to show in front of all of us. Now, here you are, Andrew.
Thank you, John. Let me have a quick look at this. You're kidding.
No, come on, introduce it. Show everybody.
All right. So for those that can hopefully see, it's what looks to be a cat strapped to a quadricopter. So obviously the cat is either passed away, or a man is very sick and sadistic and has strapped his cat to a copter. I honestly I don't even understand why would drive someone to do this. Do you guys?
No, I seriously think this person, whoever is doing it, is either taking pleasure of doing this, and it's just wrong. Out of animal cruelty, whether or not it's alive, it's indecent, really, to do this.
The actual story of this goes that a guy actually loved his cat, and
Loved it. Obviously.
Loved.
Loved it.
I don't think if someone loves something, they would do something like this to a pet.
He was also thought of things probably a bit weird, but so his cat died, and he decided to stuff his cat, but he did a bit differently than normally than you would stuff a cat and put it on the mantelpiece as a creepy thing. He decided to put it in like a helicopter shaped form so his cat could
Live on forever in the form of a robotic device.
Well, I seriously question if most people are actually going, this is fake or not. From this picture, it looks very real.
It is
It is
real, and it's an
very
actual
real.
story.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it is not fake. It is real. This person has actually, like, skinned their cat pretty much and attached it to an AR drone.
bit of a crack up there.
Yeah, I guess.
You can see, like, from the bottom, the landing gear is through the cat's stomach, which is quite disgusting. It's just
on the
really wrong.
And on the edge of the paws, that's where the blades are. So, thank you, gentlemen, for the introduction.
Speaking of well, pretty much the dead, I should say. We've also got Zombie Week this week, which that's why we have a dead animal for some reason.
To commemorate the dead, we're going to be showing some we're going to show a Dying Light trailer, then we're going to jump in straight into some Dying Light gameplay, alright?
Then we got Exo Zombies coming up with Exo Zombie gameplay, of course.
And then we got some Saints Row, where that will also include some zombies as you play in Hell.
And then we've also got our PC games, which Andrew is the expert of.
We've got H1Z1, and
That's also a zombie game as well, yeah.
And also Killing Floor, so for those retro...
And then we thought we'd just end it with some weekly specials that I know a couple of the Xbox companies are doing, I suppose, for this month.
Yep, alright, so let's jump in to the Dying Light trailer.
You're fast. You're smart. Agile. I could use your help. I'm not a murderer. Of course you are, my friend. In the right circumstances, anyone is.
Going out at night is f***ing suicide. You don't want to get caught out there after the sun goes down.
Okay, guys, so as you just saw, we just had the Dying Light trailer. Now, I gotta say, from this trailer, you know, I think it was absolutely amazing and scary at the same time. I mean, I really do think, I was like, when I saw it nighttime, I was like, nah, I'm not playing this. No way.
Well,
this was way too scary.
Fortunately for you, we do have some gameplay up. We're shooting up now, and we'll discuss it while it's playing, I should say.
Well, Dying Light. So Dying Light has just come out, pretty much worldwide, just a few days ago on January 27, around that time, on digital for Xbox One. Now, the hard copy of it has been delayed till late February, which is unfortunate. But anyone who's purchased it on the Xbox One will be able to play it as of January 27 and continue to.
Though they added a feature for because of the delay. If you did pre-order it before they delayed it, you will be receiving all expansion passes for free.
Well, for free, wow!
That's very, very generous. I would say.
Exactly.
I mean,
but I went differently. I played it. I've got it on the PC, so I have the digital download as well. And like just from the trailer, like it's bloody phenomenal. Like what they did, like it's just crazy. Like especially in the nighttime. Like when you see it in the trailer, it just it scares you, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you have, you know, when their eyes are red and all that, it's like, oh, no way. And you only have a flashlight. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like
and you're just running away. It's like, no way.
And it's not like a proper zombie game, like a Resident Evil or Left 4 Dead. Like you actually feel like you're useless, like you don't have anything at all.
Oh, when I was like watching and playing as well, my heartbeat was going so fast. I'm like, oh my god. I had to jump up on ledges and all that, and they just keep chasing me. I'm like, nah, I can't do this and all that, you know. But I would actually say, do not get this game if you have like severe like heart problems or whatnot, or if you know you're faint-hearted or whatever.
Or if you're like scared of blood or the dark, like don't even bother, because this game, trust me,
this game gets your adrenaline running. I'll tell you that. You really feel it.
Well, as you can see here, we're currently in a plane, and the zombie virus has already struck down in the city. So everything's already happened. You're not, already a survivor in the city. You just drop down in there to begin with.
Yeah.
So
See, the thing is, from the very start, you just start off in a plane, and you're just getting all this information saying, you know, these are the bad guys or whatever. You got to find this file, and you know, find all this stuff that you're working for the GRE and stuff like that, and you don't really have much to go on from the start. You know, you just kind of get this. You say, find this rogue agent who's stolen this file, and you've got zombies, really.
You're pretty much like you're thrown into the mess of it, or more like you kind of jump out and you're in the thick of it, which that's what I really love about this game. Like you're thrown in there, like you have limited intel.
Yeah, that's what I like. A game that you have no knowledge of whatsoever. Exactly. I mean, the trailer didn't really give you so much. It just showed zombies and like, but
even just looking at it now, you can see the city on the other side of the map, and just by looking at this aerial view, it looks like a massive playground.
Exactly. And that's what I really love about this game. Like just looking at the visuals here now, like it's so polished, and it just looks absolutely
amazing,
sublime. And I think I was kind of skeptical as it was delayed quite often through.
It was delayed quite a few times, really.
Like I think it was scheduled 2014 and we got it 2015, but I don't know if it was worth the wait. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think it was worth it waiting for it?
Well, I mean, technically, a lot of people are still waiting for it, and that's the problem. I mean, I don't know if it came down to production, like, burning the copies to the game, burning the games to the discs and all that, and they ran out of time, or that's why it's delayed. But, we got the digital download. Anyone can buy it now on the Xbox One or PS4 or, PC or whatever. But I think it was worth it, really. I mean, it's unfortunate that some people will have to wait maybe a month, maybe even a bit more. But hey, anyone who's got it, it's actually quite amazing. It's pretty much a Mirror's Edge. You got your parkour and all that, and
Yeah. What about you?
/ Dead Island.
What did you think of this game?
I've only played the very first mission, so I haven't actually got that far into it because mainly because I actually got the hard version on Xbox One. But of course, one of you guys generously let me play, and I've only had a go at the first mission. But just from even the first mission, visuals are amazing.
Yes.
I'm loving the visual. Gameplay, I haven't had much of a chance of so far, so I haven't tried the free running yet, but I did get to bash a zombie's head in with the pipe. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I heard somewhere, I don't know if I read, that when they actually did the parkour, they got, like, actually, as it's an art form, they got, like, parkour, I guess, free runners to actually do all the moves. So when they recorded it, like, and put it to the actual game, they, the guys that, you know, wear the grey suits and the balls, they pretty much copied the movements. And I think that...
Well, I mean, when you're jumping up on a ledge or something like that, obviously they would use those CG effects and stuff like that to incorporate that into the game. And I mean, now you see a lot of characters, like a lot of people in real life are being used in games. So as you see from Advanced Warfare, Kevin Spacey, I mean, he in the game, you know, his character was exactly the same. I mean, you know, in the past they've usually got a voice actor just to do some random character or whatever, but now they're actually using the person's facial template as a, you know, to set up a character in the game.
So now we actually have some gameplay, not from the intro cutscene. So as you can see, like, there's hordes of zombies. They're generally pretty good, so that you get a bit of an action.
Well, I mean, they're pretty slow during the day. You know, you can easily walk past them a bit. Those are for the slow ones, because there are some really big zombies and stuff like that around.
And as the saying goes, like, the freaks do come out at night, so pretty much.
As we can see here, we still got the stamina bar, which frankly I'm quite annoyed with because I hate the stamina bars.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like too bad. It doesn't seem like it's taking up every hit. Like sometimes you do a light attack and it wouldn't take up anything. Yeah. By the looks of it.
I think I like the idea of having stamina bar. I mean, it's good that they got rid of it for like sprinting, jumping, and stuff.
You can search the bodies.
Yeah, like it doesn't.
The thing is, it makes it more realistic. I mean, most people with a survival game now want something that's so realistic and like if you walk into the water, you might get attacked by a shark. Not in this game, but you know, in any game in general, you know, more game developers are trying to make games as realistic as possible.
Exactly.
But I found like in a game like this, you're parkouring, which I think that would take up more stamina than swinging a weapon at a zombie.
Like you probably have some element of truth to that, but I guess it's like, what would you rather have? Would you rather get tired all the time from running, climbing around, or would you just rather get tired from, you know, swinging a weapon around?
I suppose.
But as you can see, like it looks so
detailed.
Polished. Like it's just fantastic that they've done. Tripwire Software has done an incredible job with this game. I'm almost happy they, you know, kind of stopped production on Dead Island 2 to bring out, I guess, this gem, and they can hopefully use the knowledge they gained from Dying Light to put into Dead Island 2 whenever that comes out.
Yeah, so as we can see here, we got a radio which we seem to be using quite frequently, so I guess that's part of the storyline.
That's because the within the game, like the communications are knocked out as well. Exactly. Like because the GRE or whatever, like you know, they're like disrupting the communications and that, so no one can really get a clear signal out. And you know, as you see from the start, the person on the GRE, you know, who you're talking to really now in the gameplay, is telling you that, you know, your radio is the only way for communication. So, you know, it's your only lifeline. You know, don't lose it, pretty much. So.
Exactly. And I think that there is, like, the first couple of missions, I guess you're kind of locked into a small area. You don't really get to explore too much.
It's more of an introduction. The first really 5 missions or so, you know, every mission, you know, the first mission is training, getting your parkour. Then the second mission is, you know, going out and just seeing the zombies during the day. Then the third mission is really, that's when it hits nighttime, halfway through, when you're looking for the airdrop, you know.
I think I like that, is that when they made it, they ease you into it. Like, they don't kind of
exactly.
Just, like, as I said before, in the start, you feel like you're thrown into it, and I like that. But then when you actually get to play it, it's like, oh, it's not as hard as I thought. Like, they're just easing you into it, baby steps, which is, I think, what makes this game such an enjoyable experience. I don't know about you, John, but I hope you really enjoy it.
Well, I haven't played this much. I should be playing some more of it soon, though.
Yeah, but weapons are, like, extremely rare to get, especially guns. Like, you know, it is really hard to find guns and stuff like that, especially ammo, you know.
Well, it looks like we have firecrackers, I think it said.
Yeah, so if you guys are familiar with the Dead Island series, it has a very similar mechanics. Like, you kind of distract the zombies, or you can face them head on. But as you can see with the gameplay now, like, there's a huge horde of them. Like, you generally don't want to go toe-to-toe with that many, even during the day. Like, it's probably best to just sit back and throw firecrackers.
Well, see,
all day.
it kind of has that realistic thing. Like, you know, if you chuck a firecracker, they'll go to that noise. You know, if you shoot a gun, they'll go straight to you. You know, they'll go to anything where there's noise. And I mean, when you have a car alarm, they all swarm to it.
And I think that's where the zombie genre is kind of heading to now. Is that, you know, well, it's not just about you can run around killing things and you're kind of invincible. It's like you have to use like a survival instinct.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, wasn't it? I'm not sure if it was true or not, but I heard that when this game was developed, it was originally just a parkour game or something, and then they decided to add in some zombies or whatever.
Yeah, like
I heard that
there was different things that were going around Dying Light, but I think the main thing is that they kind of stopped production of Dead Island 2, which I love the Dead Island series.
I think this is really a major exclusive game, and the fact that it was, it was pretty much delayed, pushed it back a bit further. I mean, it would be great to have one game released on the exact same day, hard copy and digital, but the fact that I'm not really sure many people know that the digital is even out, because there's not really much advertisement or,
which is disappointing.
Posters or anything on Xbox.
I find that it's a bit annoying that you guys actually get to have the full game, and it doesn't come out till the 21st of February.
Yeah.
So that's nearly a month I've got to wait before I originally completely played this game.
Exactly. So it's kind of disappointing to see that they didn't really get out their hard copy on time, but they managed to get out something, I guess, in the digital form. But it is kind of a bad, it's a hit and miss. Oh yeah, cool, the game's out digitally. That's cool, we can play it, but. You kind of feel bad for those like yourself, John.
I think the reason why, EB Games and GameStop, why they gave pretty much a season pass with the hard copy of Dying Light when it comes out, is so that people will maintain their pre-orders. Because if so many people cancel their pre-orders now, really, EB Games would lose so much money because they pretty much reside on pre-orders and stuff like that. And if they lost them all, everyone's just going to go digital.
That's pretty much the only thing keeping me from getting the digital. When I first heard they're delaying the hard version and making the digital stay the same day, I was gonna I'm gonna cancel my pre-order.
But the fact that you heard that you're pretty much getting a season pass with it made you want to.
Yeah, I was just well, might as well then, because I get extra content for free.
Well, I mean, you don't know how much it's worth, but you might as well take that. I mean, it could be worth $60 or something, and I mean, it's the exact same price. Well, why not just wait a month?
John, as you seem to be the only one getting the pre-order copy, do you mind maybe telling us what actually comes in with the collector's edition?
Collector's edition, I'm not 100% sure what's in the collector's edition itself, because there are a few of them. But the one I'm getting is, I get, a ninja suit and a few other weapons straight up. Okay. So they'll be in a little vault for me when I get out. I get a new zombie, so straight up. So I'll have, instead of being the zombie that everybody sees on this, the digital version sees now, I'll get another one exclusively. Excellent. And just, I think a few other things are unlocked for me during the collector's edition.
One game mode also with it is Be the Zombie, which I thought was quite interesting. You have one person as a zombie.
Friends invade.
Yeah, so with that, I haven't actually had a chance to play that myself. I've seen,
it's quite hard to find a game really, because there's not really much people playing it because it's a digital.
And they could also be inherited. A lot of people who are probably interested in playing the single player, because I know a lot of people, friends that I know, that are really interested in this, are probably going to be playing the single player more than the multiplayer, because I guess the multiplayer, it doesn't seem like it'd be known for that.
Well, as you see there in the gameplay, wow, you got a really big guy you have to go against sometimes, and they are really hard to kill. So you try to really evade them if you can, because one slam and you're pretty much dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, so as we saw there, you have a survivors thing, which just lets you spot. I got a chance to use it. It lets you spot things on the ground or just around. So it kind of helps you out. Instead of scavenging every little thing, looking in every little corner, you can just use that vision to find quick little items near you that will help you out.
So as you can see now, this is the night mission really. So you're playing halfway through airdrop, and then it turns to night, and really you have to evade all these zombies and all these monsters pretty much, and it is insane.
So yeah, this is probably the most dangerous part about definitely being a survivor or anything, is that because at night you pretty much you feel so weak, so defenseless, like especially in these early levels that your character has. Like you only have, like, as you can see, a steel pipe. Like that's not going to do much.
Still, that's what you start off with.
Yeah. So you feel really weak and just, useless pretty much in this foreign environment, which you're pretty much fighting for survival like everybody else.
Yeah, so you're evading all these like night hunters and volatiles and all this other really zombie things and that like spew acid or really anything, and they're insane to kill some from time to time, really.
Exactly. And also in the going back to the beta zombie, it does, I believe, stay at night, and you get to be a night hunter. So the one that John was talking about obviously is a different one. We're not sure of that. So the night hunter is the current one that people that got the digital will be using during the beta zombie mode. So I suppose we could wrap up the Dying Light gameplay here, and we're going to be moving on to the...
What we'll do, we'll move on to the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare DLC. So it's the Exo Zombie Survival. This is the DLC, the Havoc DLC, for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, this is around $20 for on the marketplace for the Xbox One.
Or you can get the Season Pass, which includes this DLC.
But this will be available on... it's already out now. It came out on the 27th of January, and Exo Zombie trailer, and also the Havoc DLC trailer, DLC pack trailer. So with the Havoc DLC, you will get 3 maps, 3 multiplayer maps, and also a zombies multiplayer map as well. So
so we do have some gameplay of the Exo Zombies, which I personally found I loved it. It was awesome. It really reminded me of Black Ops 2 Zombies, just I suppose Sledgehammer's version of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
But it is very, in a way, it is very different as well. Like because so many things have changed, doesn't mean that the entire game has changed. Like the gameplay is pretty much exactly the same, except for a couple of things that have been altered or have been removed. Really, there's nothing that's been... It's
modernized and even like sent into the future. So it's fantastic. Like pretty much the zombies have exosuits. So when we pop on this gameplay, you'll see the different types of exosuits that the zombies can have. So the players, I guess, also have the option of getting them, which you'll see shortly. But what do we like most about playing it, I guess?
Well, it's just fun. It's like Zombies Call of Duty. It's what do you expect from it, I suppose. You got your normal point system, as it will soon show. Now this here is what you start off when you originally start Exo Zombies on Call of Duty. This is what comes up. So it's pretty much explaining... So
it pretty much has an introduction to every character that will be playing in the game. So you have John Malkovich. Then you'll have
Rose, I believe.
Rose.
Yep. So we got Rose here.
Rose McGowan.
Now these are
like in the story mode. They're modeled off the real people.
Yes.
So as in the story mode, it's what's his name?
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. So many famous actors in this. Yeah. It's hard to remember. So
see, you have Bill Paxton here. Yeah. God, he's amazing. Really, he's acting.
And we have
Shane
Burness.
Shane from Walking Dead.
Shane from Walking Dead. All right, so let's just say that.
We're gonna go
it's not important to remember the actor's name. Just he's Shane from the
just
Walking
his
Dead.
amazing role.
Yeah, he's Shane from the Walking Dead.
But as you see here, the trailer is actually amazing. I mean, you can see all these zombies and crap just jumping all over this helicopter right here.
So I'm hoping that, like in previous zombies game titles, that they have a story that somehow links these 4 looks like unlikely characters together. Like. So hopefully...
Well, I mean,
this one we were discussing before. At the end of the game, spoiler alert, by the way, it has like a kind of like a recording of you fighting, I suppose. And there's people saying like, let's put some boots on the ground to clear this area up now. So they're kind of like waiting for you to die. And at the start there of the trailer, it looked like there was nobody in it. So it looks like the Atlas Corporation has actually set this up to see what would happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, I like the story though, like how they say, 3 squads went in and 2 came out in body bags, And then it's got this story like
Where's
you're
the-
the last squad, and whatever happens to you, that's pretty much it.
Well,
You know, you've got that thing where they'll send in more troops, and that will probably lead to more future zombie DLCs and stuff like that
Exactly.
to
So-
create a good story.
The
You know,
funny thing is these are just 4 random characters set together, so this actually isn't the what do you call it, last squad.
yeah.
So
No.
I'm guessing that in the next zombie map they bring out, maybe that's the last squad's in there, or something to do with what happened.
Because I actually thought that this was the last squad, and then that's initially what I thought. That the 2 squads were sent in, but then this was the last.
These are survivors that survived, what do you call it, or escaped the zombies' first outbreak.
Oh yeah, sorry, because the 2 squads that were sent in, then the last squad brought them back, and then that's how they got out of the Atlas. Sorry, that's what
So pretty much as you see for the first round or the second round rather.
So, as you can see here, we got. Oh, sorry. Andy,
Yeah,
go on.
sorry, no, sorry. It's pretty much the same kind of, I guess, meta as you would say for zombies. Pretty much, first couple of rounds, pop a few bullets in, then knife them. Same, pretty much as any other zombies game. That's how you get max amount of points. So for those new players that may be new to the zombie title, it's generally how you'll get, I guess, most points in the early game or early rounds of the game.
Yeah. Now, as you can see, it's brightly coloured, so you know easily where you're going. You have power up things where you gotta get these power stations, I think, and that activates everything. The funny thing about it is it's actually free, so it's kind of weird. Like sometimes you forget to turn on the power and just like, God damn, I gotta go to the next room to open it.
Exactly. So, and the doors again, still payable doors, so they're not outrageously priced, but I do like the idea of free power, but also different from other Call of Duty titles and the zombies modes of them is that there's power for different sections. So rather than hitting one switch and boom, shebang, everything's open, you kind of have to press everything else to.
Yeah. So as you can see there, the power opened up a box. We still have our normal weapons on the walls as usual. So of course they're just Call of Duty weapons.
Exactly. So I like it how they kind of have an animation. So instead of like there's kind of like an outline on the wall, like a chalk outline, it's like a 3D printer, so that brings into modern age and even the future. That look, 3D printing. Look what we can do. We can print.
I like how with Treyarch Zombies, it kind of in a way, as much as it's futuristic, like as much as it's reality within that storyline, it's not like when you think of like the mystery box and like it's pure. It's all fake and like within the story. But then with this, it's kind of reality. Like I mean, your exosuit, you can buy upgrades like health and.
Exactly.
So
upgrade your weapons
it's
and
like
stuff
the
like
perks,
that.
which we will see further on. We've got heaps of gameplay.
I think this is a story that really anyone can connect with. Like it's got that. You got your 4 characters and like your survivors. It continues from the campaign really, where Atlas is like really the bad guys who are trying to drop the bombs to kill people with specific DNA markers and stuff like that. And
as you saw there, it's pretty much, I call it a credit wall. Is you just run up to these green panels and you just run along and you get the panel. That there is an upgrade station which you will see in use later on.
Exactly.
Currently we don't have enough points, of course, to be able to buy an upgrade to our weapons.
as you saw there, we just had the dogs as well,
Yep,
which
so Hellhounds are back.
we've
pretty much.
always had that in every zombie game pretty much. We've always had our dogs.
These are cool. Atlas actually drops us some little things. So there's about 4 or 5 little things. We got credits. I think we've got more coming up later. But you get like a sentry turret or a drone that follows you around and helps you out.
Exactly. So it looks like Atlas is still trying to help you, but you're kind of unsure what they're, why they're helping you. Kind of
what their intentions are. So obviously they know you're there.
Exactly.
But
so
they're not sending any help.
Exactly. So they're not like you're and they're, as you see now, here's the random box as you would call it. But however,
it's
not
a 3D printer.
It's not really random because you can kind of see through the 3D holographic images what gun you want. So all you have to do is just press the I guess X key or square or whatever it is, whatever platform you're using, and you just pretty much get that gun. So
it kind of gives you more, I suppose, vulnerability to choose your weapon.
Exactly.
But it's still vulnerable because you can still what do we call it? Like you have to look at it to be able to know
like
what's
you're not
going on.
you're not paying attention to the.
Oh, here we got a
So here you go. So this is
DNA bomb, which is a nuke,
A nuke.
as most of us would call it.
And as you can see, like behind us, if we pan around,
There we are.
you
Oh,
can-
there. We
there you go.
have.
So we got the security. So basically, this station is outfitted with, as you can see, different security lasers. So these will obviously damage nearby zombies.
These
even yourself.
these are essentially traps. So if you're near a door or something like that, it'll just keep
So as-
slamming
so
and
the
shut.
zombie
You know.
destroyed, and we got a door which we just see slam in a zombie.
Exactly. So I guess instead of having those like from traditional zombie games or from the Call of Duty series, like you've got the switches on the wall that either activate an electric barrier, or from World at War, like the swing with the spikes on it. Like now it's just kind of a pickup, but activates the whole thing, the screw system station wide. So obviously, you know, if your teammate's low in health, you probably don't want to pick that up and ruin their day.
We still do have other perks. So we got, like, as we see here, hyper damage,
yeah,
which is instant kill, as most
Probably
zombie players would refer it to.
Exactly.
So
more power being turned on here, and which obviously unlocks one of the perk machines.
Which I believe that one is Slam, so it gives you the ability to use your Exo Slam. It kind of amps it up. If you land directly on a zombie, that will pretty much kill it instantly anyway.
Exactly.
There's another upgrade station for us. Here we got Marksman. Now, Marksman is kind of a different perk. It gives you pretty much gun-ho and like reduced recoil. Pretty much makes you a better shooter for the game.
Exactly. So hopefully we'll be able to see some exosuit zombies coming up soon. They are, which definitely makes it.
So this is exo health, so you can pretty much increase your exo. It's pretty much the equivalent to Juggernog
yeah.
from Black Ops. So you know you can get less hit resistance and stuff like that, which can help you,
Exactly.
fight zombies and all that.
So pretty much as you see, the most of our team is centered in the middle now. Obviously, that must be the most defendable position. Like, there's corridors everywhere that you can, run away if you get trapped, or you can fight your way out of, which obviously be a bit more fun.
So we got Exo Medic here, which pretty much revives your teammate faster. It works as a quick revive.
Exactly.
If you're playing solo, it's worked as a safe line, but it costs only 500.
Exactly. So again, a lot of the things that are carried over from Black Ops zombies or World at War zombies are present in Advanced Warfare. So they haven't strayed too far away from the course as perhaps we expected. I know I did personally, especially from hearing about zombies. I was like, oh, it's probably going to be, really modernized and not as good. But I was pleasantly surprised when playing this, and I
was really quite surprised that even the creators and all that really decided to take really a part of Treyarch's franchise really and develop them themselves. I mean, I thought there would have been some controversial thing going on there that because pretty much Activision or Infinity Ward and all that, they've always really stuck to survival survival games and stuff
they've
like
also
that.
brought in different types of zombies. So as you can see, this one here, when it's electric, when it hits you, it zaps you and takes away all your exo abilities. So Exo Punch, Exo Jump, even I think it takes away the Exo perks for a small time as well.
It pretty much disables your exosuit completely. So hey, if you've got a whole heap of them and you've got no way out, you're pretty much, I guess, boned, because they're going to just take out your exosuit. You've got a limited time, like you have to wait for a countdown before your exosuit restarts, and you're able to jump around, super punch and whatever to get out of there.
Yeah, which is quite annoying. As we see later on, there is more types of zombies, which we'll explain when we see them.
Exactly. So as you see, this is John. Would you like to explain?
This is, I'm not sure what the actual type of the grenade called. I think it's like a nanite grenade.
Nano grenade.
Nano grenade. Sorry.
So
and what it does. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Yeah, what it does is when an enemy, as it'll show now, when an enemy enters the zone, it just damages them and slows them down completely. So it's used as a good covering system or a good escape route. So pretty useful. The other drones you also have, which I'm not sure if we actually have in this video, are the it's kind of like a monkey from Black Ops 2.
Yeah,
it's a distraction drone.
So
and what it does is it just shines a bright red light and everything goes toward it, and then it blows up and kills everything.
Exactly.
It is pretty cool.
So there is a lot of, I guess, classical content from the older zombie games that are present, which I think that's what brings a lot of the players towards this, is that there's not that much change, so it's helpful for newer players or even seasoned players too.
As we can see there, sorry Andrew, we just got a red one, which I just want to explain. They're a bit stronger than the normal ones, because most of these guys have exosuits now, so they can jump at you. But this one, it jumps at you from a further distance, so if you turn around to aim at it, it might jump at you from across the room.
Exactly.
And it's a bit stronger than the other ones, so they're also annoying to watch out for.
So just noticing, actually, I think when we were playing, we commented a lot around the running out of ammo. So just first of all, this is actually the upgrade machine. So pretty much you just pop in whatever gun it is you want, and it pretty much pops out. There's 20 upgrades I think for the same gun that you can obviously pop. So obviously, if you can get to a high enough round to have 20 different upgrades on your gun, like, good on you.
It does specify what upgrade you're at by when you upgrade the gun. It comes up with Mark 1, Mark 2, so on, so on. And it also doesn't gives them different camos.
Exactly. So,
now here we have bio-zombies, as they like to be called, or they pretty much infect you, and these are the zombies that will turn you into a zombie if you're not quick enough. As you can see here, one of our friends on the left, he's got infected, and he's got 30 seconds left or 35 seconds left to get to the zone.
Exactly.
Now, I guess we'll get... Oh, no.
So,
oh, yeah, we might get infected. Yeah, here we are.
There you go.
So we get infected, and we slowly turn into a zombie. All we have to do is get into the zone, and there we are, we're cured. But you got to watch out, because there is a cooldown for this machine, and pretty much if you get infected again straight up, you're in a bit of a strife.
Exactly. So as I was about to say before we noticed the upgrade machines, that we did notice during our gameplay is that the ammo, like, you run out of that a lot. Like, the guns have obviously incredible fire rate, as you can see now with this assault rifle, that it has an incredible fire rate, and ammo is scarce to come by. Like, you don't want to, always run back to the wall or, to pick up ammo for your gun. But as you see, another nano grenade has been deployed to, help.
Provide some cover.
Yeah, exactly, provide cover. So there you go.
I'm completely out of ammo. Now, this is me playing, by the way. This is gameplay of me. So over here we got another
supply drop.
Oh, energy turret by the looks of it. Oh, here we are. We activate my drone. So that pretty much just covers me while I'm grabbing these little drops here while my team is, trying to survive.
So they come at the right time, as you would say, because as you said.
I don't think they're helping me at all. Look, I'm completely out of ammo. So at this moment, I'm just dodging these guys and letting the drone do all the work. Now, if you activate the drone, you still get points for the kill, which is good. So you don't have to worry, why activate this? I'm not going to get any points, so forth, so forth.
Exactly. So, John, while we were playing this, what did you find that you probably liked the most, or that is most memorable for you while we upgrade our guns here?
Yes, it changes weapon color. That's cool.
So there you go, nice green camouflage. So as we were saying, Jordan, what did you, take away?
I thought this game was pretty good. I mean, I don't know. Initially I was like, okay, they're doing taking a piece of Treyarch's games doing zombies and all that. I'm like, I was a bit questioning of it, and I was like, but then after playing it a bit and all that, I quite enjoyed it actually. It was it was pretty good. You got your traps. You can double jump with your exosuit. You can really evade enemies that fast, but some of the enemies are really OP. I find anyway. Like when you can get infected and stuff like that, it's you got 30 seconds and you really got to work together as a team, otherwise, really, you're done.
So as you saw before we didn't want to cut you off, Jordan, is that there was like a
trash dump?
Trash laundry chute. That obviously, hey, if you're in a bit of trouble, you can just, go and press your use key and you get dropped into a separate area.
You can't use that at the start of the game, though. You have to open up this area before you can use it, though.
So there you go.
As we saw before, we saw a green zombie, which explodes, which is I don't really find them that quite annoying.
So there's there's
our distraction, actually.
So it's a big red flashing globe that just beeps, makes a lot of noise, and as you saw, two zombies obviously had a pretty good time with that until they got blown up. So there's a perfect example of the exo zombie there, just running past and getting mowed down by your dual machine pistol.
Yeah. Actually, I really love these weapons. I get them all the time.
I actually quite enjoyed in this game the Easter egg or whatever. Like, was it Beethoven or Mozart or something?
Ride of the Valkyries. So those that may have seen Apocalypse Now or I guess played Bad Company Vietnam. That's the Easter egg. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to highlight that on this character, but how the team we were playing with, they did get to play it. So I guess we've covered pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing more to go on about.
We should be doing or we might be doing a Easter egg and showing you guys how to do an Easter egg.
Yeah, we'll do some gameplay videos and how to get certain Easter eggs and stuff like that.
Forth.
So keep an eye out for that.
So
but before, pretty much Earth is like destroyed. You're everyone in the first cinematic is pretty much the last survivors of Earth. then they're playing this game that you know, like I can't remember, spirit board or whatever, and then
Juju
Juju board, sorry, and then boss gets sent to hell, and you know, you as Johnny Gat go in with your partner, I forgot her name, and really you have to try and save your friend, but then it gets more complicated as you go in through the story, because you know you have to figure out, you really have to try and take down Satan to free your friend or whatever. As he, spoiler, you know, he wants to take Boss to like marry his daughter or whatever, and obviously that doesn't really fit right with your friends, and so what you need to do is really, when you're in the game, just cause mayhem and pretty much make Satan, you know, just cause destruction like I just did with that car. You know, there's lava everywhere pretty much, and you know, you've got these demons who are like the police really of hell. And so what you need to do is really, you work with like people who are considered like really bad within, you know, Earth's history and stuff like that. You know, some of them are really funny and all that, who have been condemned to hell and all that. And so what you need to do is recruit those people pretty much to cause destruction and really piss off Satan, because, you know, you really want to attract his attention all that, because he doesn't really like, you know, he's not interested in, you know, anyone who's like, he doesn't want to meet anyone. He, you know, the idea is that you cause all this destruction just to get his attention, and then really you want to like negotiate with him.
Basically, what I'm seeing now is just it's just a typical Saints Row game. Like, it doesn't, you know, it's probably enjoyable to some. Like, and I'm not going to deny that. Like, it looks fun, but it just looks like a typical Saints Row game. Nothing really, I guess, special. Like,
I like how it's very different to, well, Saints Row like 4 and all that. Like, it's an entirely different environment now. Like, as you progress through the campaign, you start to unlock new abilities and stuff like that. You know, with you in sprint, you can run as fast as the car. Then later on, you earn your angel wings from well, one of your friends who you work with at the altar or whatever, the hotel or whatnot, and yeah, he'll give you some equipment to like help take down Satan. You know, give you a rocket launcher and all that to.
Just gonna
driving in.
Yeah. Just gonna point out, we probably should try and limit the spoilers as much as possible, as we do have.
Well, I have not. Well, I have not
play.
played the entire campaign, so you know, I do try to I really do want to keep the spoilers to a minimum, but I also want to kind of give some people some real interesting things to get them into it. Yeah.
As we can see here. Sorry, obviously going a bit off topic here. We'll just go on the gameplay now. Just obviously we've heard enough of the story. But it just looks like, as you said before, a normal Saints Row game. But they've added like, we're in hell. For some reason, there's still traffic in hell.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. We got our zombies running around. The cars are fully demolished by the looks of it. I don't even know how they're running. Look, that car's got no hood.
This car has no doors, a smashed back window, no boot. So obviously, I think by what I'm looking at, it could be Earth up post being destroyed. That looks like it's overrun by, I guess, hell. Demons and
hell.
Yeah, overrun. Yeah, exactly. So this guy, like, typical. Like,
this guy like portrays that devilish type of thing, but you know, he is pretty much your ally. So he gives you equipment throughout the game to you know, really cause some mayhem and destruction within the city, and like, just because, you know, he's like an independent wealthy guy who just wants to, you know, make some wealth and make sure his taxes don't, you know, increase from Satan and stuff like that, really.
Exactly. Yeah. So it looks like it's kind of told within a bit of a fairy tale with, you know, books and that fancy writing from like the classical era. So I guess they're trying to do a few different things by, you know, let's have a story and like a storyteller like in a book, and maybe that'll spice things up a bit. But you know, as you can see, it's just a typical cartoonish Saints Row game, a typical parody of a Grand Theft Auto or those type of games that, you know, of course it attracts players, you know.
It is very fun, I'll tell you that. I mean, it does have that like GTA feel as well, like with the cars, and like you can, you know, you pretty much shoot anyone, you know, you cause destruction and really everything, you know, you can hijack cars, blow them up, push them into lava, fly, well, not really fly in GTA apart from a plane, but in this, you know, you fly as like an angel, essentially, and yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we've kind of seen enough of this Saints Row gameplay.
Yeah,
we don't really want to.
Looks interesting, I suppose. It really is pretty much another Saints Row game, though.
Exactly.
So I guess we'll be running around,
Yeah,
fully
Well,
destroying
it is
mayhem,
pretty
get
mu-
some
It
awesome
is pretty
weapons.
much a DLC, essentially. You know, it carries on that story from Saints Row 4, but yeah, it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
so that's just came out at EB Games or GameStop. That came out on the 20th of January.
See, because it's on Xbox One, sorry, I'm just curious here because I don't actually know this. Is it do you actually get Saints Row 4 with the game, or is it just Get Out of Hell?
What you do when you install it, when you go to your game, My Games and Apps. So when you click on your game, whatever Saints Row, it will automatically take you to your games and all that that you
But
have.
Do you get Saints Row 4 with it, or is
Yeah,
it just
Saints Row. You can either choose Saints Row or Get Out of Hell.
Oh, yeah,
So
so-
it's an independent. It's like two games essentially. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was worried about. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
so
do I have to play Saints Row 4 to get the Get Out of Hell? No, you can instantly play Get Out of Hell, then go to Saints Row Re-Elected if you want to, or whatever.
Or you can just play Saints Row 4 if you really
Yeah.
want to.
I guess just moving on, before we move on to our next kind of zombie game of the day. I guess it's what a lot of games are doing. They're kind of just bringing out games that are essentially could be better off as DLCs for the actual
Yeah.
proper game themselves. But I guess that's just a personal
Yeah.
comment of mine that I have on some of the games I've played recently.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
Moving on from Saints Row and that, we're going to go into
H1Z1.
So
Yes.
it's a PC exclusive currently.
I'll let you
Yes,
take this
and
over.
Yeah, this is more our genre. Now this game is. Oh, we're going back to.
We're going back to
Yeah, here we
go.
are. So H1Z1 is pretty much a reamped version of DayZ. Is the best way I suppose I call it.
It's more of an arcadey style.
Yeah, so you can play it in first person or third person, really your choice.
Yeah.
But the idea is to run around and scavenge, pretty much either form teams with your fellow friends or avoid other players, which will kill you just for your resources.
Which is tend to be the
No,
current
case.
play styles. Like I personally playing it a few times. It's more about the players try to kill you, and you pretty much just spawn in and you're gonna instantly killed, and you don't have really anything on you.
That really happened to me the first 3 spawn-ins, I think. I got ran over the first time, and then the second time I spawned right in front of a player that had a gun on me, and I was just like, well, here I go, dead again.
Exactly.
The third time, though, I don't know, I kind of got away from people like these guys. They didn't really want to kill me. They're just like, look, dude, we know you just started. You obviously don't even have a bow yet, which apparently is easy to get. Move on, just get away from this area. We're going to search this.
Exactly.
So I just kind of like ran away and formed a bow and then started surviving, and I've been surviving now since then, which is
Yeah.
good.
I think as I said, it's more about the players killing you, and which may cripple someone's enjoyment of the game. So obviously, Jordan, if you'd like to get into it,
Yeah.
it's a game that if you get killed a lot, it can cripple someone's enjoyment.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a patient type of person when it comes to games. Like, I just love my shooters. Really, like, I just love to run out. Like, say like Battlefield. I like to get in a helicopter and crash. Slam right down into the
So
enemy.
annoying
And
when
like,
people do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not really like a survival thing, like collecting and scavenging and all that to build up an arsenal, and
Yeah,
then
so-
someone just coming along and just
a lot-
stealing everything.
Yeah, along with the build up and scavenging, is that in the vehicle with the vehicles that are spawned into the world. So I'm just gonna before we go on, is that this game is actually early alpha.
Yes.
So it's not actually it's not in beta. It's not a full game. So obviously, when we talk about these, all things are subject to change. And excuse me,
yeah,
may
that's
not,
right.
may not be implemented in the full game. So it is an early access. So we do bear that in mind. If you look up videos of it,
That's
or,
around $20 or something.
yeah,
or something
$20
on Steam.
$20 on Steam,
US
yes.
dollars on Steam.
Which
So.
it really depends. Like, there is a lot more aspects to it than just surviving. You can craft things. You walk in vehicle, or I suppose move in vehicles, and like there's a truck line in the street. Just like, yes, I can finally get a vehicle. Then you go in it, and then you find out it's missing an engine, and you're just like, oh, I gotta go find an engine from another car that, let's say, doesn't have spark plugs.
Exactly.
Or I can use my
Oh
carry
my
weight
God.
that I don't have much of to take the spark plugs with me, hoping
Lug
that
them
I'll find
around.
a car with an engine.
Exactly. So basically, I think that's like DayZ. If you haven't played it, is that excuse me, it's pretty much the same thing. You have to scavenge for parts, fix up your vehicle, but H1Z1 does it in a more arcadey style, which I guess is a lot more attractive for the I guess the casual players or those that aren't really into the, I guess, the difficulty of DayZ or the problems that it actually has. But I guess John and I both have different experiences with H1Z1. Personally, I don't like it. I just don't like the idea of having every time I spawn in I have to worry about players more than I do the actual infected.
The actual zombies.
There are different servers though where you can join PvE or PvC, like just zombies and no other players. The players can't actually kill you.
Well, there you go. It's been a while since obviously I've played it. So.
But the title itself kind of has some funny thing, like, you know, how it's based off, you know, the H1Z1. It's like, in a way, it's based off an actual like virus, like I think it's swine flu or something like that. It actually has some relevance. To like a disease or whatever.
Yeah, it is referred. We originally thought it was called H1Z1 because humans won, zombies won.
That's right.
But they changed it because the actual reference to swine flu is
H1N1.
H1N1, that's correct. And well, it's just very similar how they've just changed the N to a Z and then it's a zombie apocalypse.
So moving on, as Jordan, you said, you're not really interested in the collecting and the patience of the game, but don't worry, I have my personal experience. I have a game for you. This game, it's kind of old, came out about 2005, but it's a zombie arcade shooter. And I mean, who doesn't love a zombie arcade shooter, right? Like, you're a fan of them.
Yeah,
Sorry, Andrew. Just before we start, we're also gonna pretty much give Andrew a new segment here, which is pretty much PC game of the week. So each week he's gonna give us a new game on PC for you guys, because we're mainly talking about Xbox or PlayStation or sometimes Wii or Nintendo.
Yeah,
so
look, it's very various.
Get a PC expert. So pretty much most weeks he's going to give you guys a game which he thinks is fun, exciting, something new maybe.
So to stick with the zombie week, for our audience viewers and Jordan, who have said he's not a very patient person coming to video games, we have, of course, Killing Floor. Now, for those who haven't played Killing Floor, it's basically an arcade shooter. It's 5-man survival in the middle of England, so you've got people with British accents.
Oh no!
And it's trust me.
God. I already have one friend who has a British accent. Oh my god! Just don't start me on that.
Trust me. Don't give it too much shock now. Pretty much, all you have dosh money, but dosh as it's called in the game, is that you pretty much after every kill you get a certain amount of coin or dosh, and which is used to buy weapons. So basically, you have a trader. So after there's a X amount of zombies or mutants in as they're called, that are in the game. So basically, what you have to do is you kill said number of mutants in the game at the start of the wave. So just say there's like 40 or so. You have to kill all 40. Then the trader opens up for X amount of time, which allows you to restock ammo, buy new weaponry, stock up on armor, that type of stuff.
And I believe the weapons on this game are freaking insane.
Yeah,
I've had an experience.
They're pretty they're pretty much guaranteed to kill anything after you put enough shots in it.
By the way, this game, Killing Floor, is not meant for children.
No.
It has a lot of blood and gore. When I mean a lot, there is a lot.
It's a lot.
Decapitate, murder.
Oh god.
You mutilate anything.
Anything in your path.
It's just it's a fun shooter. You can get 5
fast
of your
paced.
mates. Like, hey, you can even join 5 of the guys that maybe even host their server on their own. So some of the zombies are pretty much Zeds. So Zeds is what they called zombies in the game. So instead of zombies, they're called Zeds. So, but there's five classes which are available to pick. So there's a support specialist. There's pyrotechnics, so like flamethrower. There's an explosive expert, like a medic, sharpshooter. Like there's 5 different classes. Like they're quite hard to remember off the top of your head, especially if you don't play all of them. Like you generally kind of want to specialize with one of them. So I think there's 5 or 6 ranks of each specialization as you would, and after each specialization, you get bonuses to each class. So it's definitely, if you haven't tried it, pick it up. It's probably like $5-6 on Steam. And also there is hopefully coming in about March is Killing Floor 2. It looks absolutely fantastic. There's I think a little bit of a trailer. I think it's more of a teaser. It uses the Unreal 4 engine, so I just know it's gonna look beautiful, nice and smooth. You get a nice clean hack with your machete when you chop a zombie's arm or head off. I tell you guys, it's gonna be great. Game of the year, Killing Floor 2, absolutely. But
don't get ahead of yourself.
I wouldn't get too ahead of yourself. I mean, we still have Star Wars Battlefront or coming in E3, so let's not be premature about that.
Thank you, Andrew. So saying again, this will be a weekly thing. We'll get Andrew on this. So thanks for that, Andrew. So
Yeah.
this week is Killing Floor. So have a look at it, guys, for us.
So now we're going to go on to Assassin's Creed Dead Kings. Assassin's Creed Dead Kings DLC trailer right now, all right?
But mine only fester. I can hide here and forget.
The Assassin's Creed Dead Kings DLC trailer.
Which cracks me up each time.
Yeah, it always cracks me up. I mean, the seriousness of the trailer when you see, like, you know, the four guys sitting on a couch all working together to take down, like, one target. It's quite amusing,
Yeah.
you know, how serious it is, like, you know.
Yeah, but on serious talk, we're talking about Dead Kings today,
Yeah.
which, unfortunately, my internet went to, I don't know, somewhere
Spasm.
else.
Went on a holiday.
So
Went on a
I
holiday.
actually couldn't download this update, unfortunately, so I haven't played it
Yeah,
yet.
well, it is a 7 gigabyte install, which is quite
Quite a
big,
big
and
one.
the problem with I find with installs, and even if with people who do not have such good internet, it's really impossible to download.
Yeah.
I mean, I have really good internet myself, and it still took me a couple of hours to do, which
Yeah.
is
Well,
insane.
It's good because this game was actually free for us, so we didn't have to pay for the DLC. We didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
The only problem was it was a big update that
Yeah.
unfortunately
But
we
see,
had to
the
download.
one
First-
that's what I love about it is the fact that, you know, Ubisoft have pretty much just given us a free DLC pack, you know, for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
This came out a few days ago, and yeah.
What are your, seeing as you're like the only one that played it so far, Jordan? What is your opinions on Dead Kings anyway?
Look, I think it's really good, but it really did piss me off in a way because there was so much solving the puzzles and all that, and it really did get me annoying because I spent hours trying to get it from time to time, and it took me half an hour just for one 5-minute memory just to find these glyphs to find to solve a puzzle and all that, and it was absolutely ridiculous, But when you have the gullet gun and all that, there's one mission where you're in the caves in the campaign, and there's about 40 people, no joke, all sitting around, lying down and all that in this one, with all these bridges. And you fire this, gauntlet gun or whatever, and it's like a mortar.
Guillotine gun.
Yeah, guillotine gun. Sorry, I had problems with pronunciation or whatever. Pronunciation. Yeah, and it's like a mortar, and when you shoot it, it pretty much takes out everyone. And I mean, in the story, when you're playing, Arno is actually doing this pretty much. So, he's walking around listening to all these people trying to get into these doors to find some sort of artifact. I actually have no clue because I haven't gotten that far in. I've spent about 4 hours playing it so far, and I'm still not done. So you really do get your entertainment, and the missions are pretty much like this with the bridges and all that, But Arno, you really go around the caves holding your lantern a bit, and because there's so much bugs and all that on the wall, you actually have to keep refilling the lantern to get some more fire into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that I guess that gives kind of an RPG style element, as I guess Assassin's
so-
Creed kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so-
there's a lot of solving the puzzles and all that, and honestly, if it wasn't free, I probably would not get it because that's just my opinion, because I'm not a big solving the puzzle type of guy. I just like my shooters and stuff like
Especially in
that.
a game like Assassin's Creed, it's more made. Well, it seems like it's more made for fighting and
Yeah,
running
it's
around trying
to
to
me.
kill people.
I feel it's more of a fighting game, but I do feel like it does have that those puzzles and all that from time to time.
I kind of I don't know. I played a bit of Unity. I liked the base game. I think I don't know if it needed this DLC. Personally, I felt I was happily satisfied with it. I don't know. I don't think it kind of needed it.
Yeah.
I like how they're kind of going through history, like Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Starting from Altair at the very start, like in the very early times, and then we're up to the French Revolution. So I wonder if Ubisoft, if they're going to keep going.
I mean, as you see here, the story does still follow Arno Dorian as he's pretty much sent to hire. He's hired to pretty much find these key. You got to find the key and all that. Then you got to find the tunnels and all that. And you really got to try and get to these artifacts really before the raiders do. So these raiders are pretty much sacking the tombs of the French kings and all that. You will see some cameos from some Assassin's Creed Unity from the campaign. So you will see some characters and all that pop up from time to time, and it progresses their character as you don't really know what happens, whether or not they're good or bad, and yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess for those that want to play it, obviously get it. Is free update. I guess DLC from Ubisoft. But
Well, it's just something you might want to try out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's no harm. I mean, it's 7 gigabyte install. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. Why not take advantage of that and have a couple of hours of fun? Really, I mean, some of the challenges are a bit hard, but you do really get your time's worth.
Exactly.
And that's
So,
what most games are there for nowadays.
I guess to close out our Zombie Week segment, would you guys like to read out the weekly specials for the Xbox?
Yes. So for the Xbox 360, the free game on the marketplace is
Brothers,
Brothers,
A Tale of Two Sons. It's
Yeah.
called. Now this is a kind of a different arcade game, as we like to call it. It's pretty much a game where the left joystick is one brother and the right joystick is the other brother, and you just run around, do these little challenges as these two brothers helping each other out, trying to find a quest to save their father. That's pretty much
There you go.
and it's quite interesting storyline. It's quite beautiful, the gameplay. Like, you got a lot of nice things, a little waterfall, a troll that helps you out,
Yeah.
and just a bit fantasy and a bit different, which I think is a good
Always
aspect.
good in an
Yeah.
arcade game.
Yeah, and for the Xbox One, we have
The
Hashtag ADARB. So basically, I guess John, would you like to tell
Yeah, John.
the audience what they are?
We're not saying hashtag this. That's
Please don't.
actually what it's called. It is called hashtag IDARB. Now, pretty much it is a pixelated game on like a two-person screen, and it's pretty much a soccer field, like a soccer game, pretty much, where you grab the ball and you have the choice to either push it in a certain direction or kick it in a certain direction, or you have the ability to push, which push, obviously, if you're an enemy player, you push and gets rid of the ball for the whoever's holding it. Or you can push enemies away from you. But the idea is score. The further you are, the more points you get. The closer you are, the less points you get. Unless, of course, you do like an alley-oop in air, because there's platforms moving and such other stuff. It's pretty fast-paced. But you do like an alley-oop and you score double points from how far the first person threw it.
Awesome. So I guess if you're interested in those arcade-style games, you check them both out. Please don't hashtag us that hashtag.
Yeah.
It's not gonna, It doesn't mean anything
But
to us.
probably will, so-
also on the Xbox One for the sales though, EA they've done a EA publisher sale, so pretty much every game that they have available on the Xbox One is on sale. So it's about 25% off plus. So sometimes most games are 75% off as well. So Battlefield 4 as an example. Battlefield 4 Premium, that's about $30. So you save about $60 by buying this, because the map packs are around $20-$30 from time to time. So really get in and buy that, because it won't be on sale for too long. Titanfall Deluxe Edition, that's on sale for $17, which is really great, because I purchased that myself because I was like, beauty, I can get a digital download and I get all the map packs I've really wanted for a while.
Before you move on to other EA games, with Battlefield, they have got 3 editions of Battlefield on. Now, we just want to, I want to tell you personally that we've noticed that you can get Battlefield by itself for about $35, or you can get Battlefield plus the premium for, I think it's $1 extra.
Yeah.
And they've also added just Battlefield Premium, like just the
season.
DLC.
It's like the season pass.
Yeah, just the season pass.
Too.
That is also $35.
Yeah.
So just careful what you're watching, buying, guys. Double check what it says, what's in it, and have a look around, because like it's only $1 extra to get Battlefield and the DLCs.
Exactly. Well, I mean that's exactly like Titanfall as well. So Titanfall on its own is $15. Titanfall Deluxe Edition is $17. And Titanfall Season Pass is around $8. So if you purchase the Titanfall game and the Season Pass individually, you're spending about maybe $30, or you can spend $17 and get it all in one in the Titanfall Deluxe Edition.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all we got up today. So
Yeah.
we had a Zombies week going, which we thought was pretty cool. In the end, though, with Assassin's Creed, we kind of had something else to go off. I don't know why.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks guys for watching. Make sure you give us a like down below, and also subscribe to Techfez for more tech, gaming, and entertainment videos in the future.
And
This
also-
is Jordan signing off.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you.